Hi, everybody. This is Clinton at the Best Buy blog. I'm excited to review for you today Focusrite's Vocaster One solo podcasting audio interface. Focusrite is entered into the podcasting market using their renowned audio technology to bring us a package that covers all the features you need to make great quality podcasts with ease. I will take a look at the interface, talk about its features, and demonstrate them as well. And of course, I'll offer my opinion and feeling about the interface as we go along. For this review, I am using the Focusrite One podcast interface. When you hear my voice, what you're hearing is the sound of the interface with its different features. And as I do the demonstrations, you'll hear those features at work as well. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, and you can also hit the bell and subscribe to the Best Buy blog channel for more videos and product reviews about many of the things available at Best Buy. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you are already making podcasts and wish to improve your quality or your workflow, or perhaps you are a beginner podcaster. In either case, the Vocaster One is a really great interface for you to use. It has many simple features which allow you to make professional sounding podcasts with relative ease. Actually, I have to say with great amount of ease. And Focusrite leans on a really great design, as well as many years of expertise in audio technology, which really helps for making your voice sound great. There are many connection options available, including to your iPhone, directly with your phone plugged into the interface, where you can conduct external interviews, which I find really interesting. It also has a connection to an SLR camera, so if you're doing live streams, the interface can enhance those productions as well. So let's take a look at the Vocaster One interface. On the front, there are two big knobs. One is a gain knob for setting your volume. When you connect your microphone, you have to adjust the volume manually, or there is a feature called auto gain, which we'll talk about in the next segment, that helps set the volume for you. The other big knob on the front of the panel is a headphone volume knob, or a knob that also serves to adjust the volume of your external audio. So if you're using a pre-recorded interview, or you're using some incidental music, you can adjust the volume very quickly by just reaching for the knob and making a little adjustment. On the front panel, we also find buttons to activate the three features of the Vocaster One. First is the auto gain feature, which I just mentioned, which will adjust your input levels automatically. Very, very handy, especially if you're a beginner. The second is the enhance button, which will provide what they call a vocal preset, which is a set of parameters that help make your voice sound more professional according to the timbre of your voice. So I think there are 4 presets that we'll explore that give you that idea. And lastly, there's a mute button. So when you're like me, I have a cold today, and you're going to cough, you just have to hit the mute button and it kills the sound right away. On the back panel, you have all of your inputs and outputs. And of course, there's a 48-volt phantom power switch to turn on the phantom power for your condenser microphone. There is a TRRS connector for your iPhone if you are going to integrate direct phone calls into your broadcast. There is an out for your SLR camera if you are live streaming. There are 2 outputs for studio monitors if you are doing podcasts in a more of a group setting and you want people to hear what is being said or broadcast, and that's a 1/4 inch to your studio monitors, so there's left and right there. And finally, there's the USB connection, and the standard USB connection is what makes your Vocaster interface work with your computer. Before we take a look at the features on the Vocaster One, I'll mention that it's important that you download the Vocaster Hub app. It's a bit of a control center that Focusrite has developed to access deeper features within the Vocaster interface. So that's what I've done. And you see that it looks like this. And now we'll take a look at the features. We'll explore some of the features on the Vocaster One now. The first feature is something called auto gain, and it's an important feature, even though it's not the flashiest feature on the interface. It is a feature that helps you set the correct vocal level for your broadcast so that you get great results every time. And as you see on the screenshot right here, there's this auto gain button that corresponds with the auto gain button that is on the interface on the left. And when I push it, we're going to see that during 10 seconds, it samples my voice as I continue to talk. And I'm probably going to count to 10 or something while I do that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, oh, there it's set a level. Actually, the level was very interestingly close to what I'd already chose. Now it has a great level for my voice, and I should continue in confidence as I move forward. So that 10 seconds is a really important 10 seconds for setting your voice in the right direction. The next feature is the enhance feature. And once again, we'll look at the screenshot. This is the middle button on the interface. And when I click on the arrow here, I have 4 presets. I'm using the radio preset, which is, I think, my favorite. I think it probably suits my voice the best. But as you see, as you go through the different presets, bright, my voice gets a little bit, well, for me, it's more nasal, but perhaps your voice is very deep and you need to make it sound brighter to cut through on your broadcast. And if you look at the next one, warm, it has a different timbre once again. And finally, clean, which, oh, that's pretty nice too. I like the radio the most because it kind of brings out the low end of my voice a little bit more. You choose between these 4 presets really to find the one that suits your voice the best. So you'll decide. They're right there and they're right available to you. As I mentioned earlier, there's this fantastic mute button, which is available right on the interface, or if you want to use the button right here, the voice, it mute your voice as you go at the click of a button. One of the great features about the Vocaster One is how you use your iPhone. Via the TRRS connection, which is a tip ring sleeve connection, you can connect your phone seamlessly into the interface and therefore your podcasts. I do not have a TRRS cable, so I'm not going to be able to demonstrate that feature directly. However, I will talk about how it works. When you plug it in, it allows that your iPhone be on a phone call that is as if the person was in the room with you sonically, meaning that you won't have any extra noises that get in the way or anything like that. It is very similar to what you would hear if you were on a radio show and heard someone calling in to talk. It's integrated and there's not any background noise. So it's not like you would have to hold your phone up to the microphone or something silly like that. Focusrite takes care of everything you need to make that happen seamlessly, and it sounds great and professional because of it. The Vocaster One also has a loopback function, which will allow you to play audio from your computer back through the interface that can be recorded into your podcast as well. So this is great if you have any sort of audio on your computer. It could be a pre-recorded interview snippet. It could be your theme music that you have composed and have your MP3 ready to play whenever you wish. So that's a great feature that helps make the whole production process for your podcast seamless as well. Also included with the Vocaster One are some software apps for support. The most important would be the Vocaster Hub app, which I showed you a little bit earlier. It's really essential to get full use of the Vocaster One podcasting interface. Focusrite includes Hindenburg, which is their native DAW. You do not need to use that. However, you could use GarageBand, Pro Tools, or anything else that suits your fancy. That's not a problem. And in fact, I found that Focusrite was very helpful when I decided to use GarageBand as my interface. And so there's even tutorials from Focusrite on how to work with GarageBand. And I'm sure there are for other interfaces as well. They also include, as part of the software support, a 6-month trial of Acast, which is a monetization hub. So you could upload your podcast to the monetization hub and start making money from your podcast, which is nice. And I believe it's a 3-month subscription to Squadcast, which is an online DAW for your podcasts. There are many options that Focusrite offers with the Vocaster One package that help you have a very full experience. I'll conclude my review of the Focusrite Vocaster One solo podcasting interface by saying it's a great quality piece of equipment for beginner and experienced podcast users alike. It is simple to use with just enough features to give you room to grow with your podcast production or to already help you with the things that you're already doing, making them simple and making them sound great. These are really important things. So you have expediency in your production process, and you can rely on great sound every time. A solo interface has a limitation. It does not have room for a co-host. Focusrite does have products that address this, and you can look on the Best Buy website to find the Vocaster interface that works best for you in this case. But if you're a solo podcaster and you are wanting to up your game, or you want to just get into podcasting with little technical hurdles, this is the one for you. I think it's really fantastic, and I would not hesitate to recommend to anyone at all. And of course, if you'd like to get your Vocaster One, you can find it at the Best Buy website. Thank you for listening to my review of the Vocaster One podcasting interface at the Best Buy blog. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe bell for more videos from myself and other reviewers on the Best Buy channel of all sorts of different products available at Best Buy. Thanks again. See you next time.